Wake up.
Glenn, Angel, and the Flying Dutchman.
Wake up.
The Big Show on Kiss 92.
No, Glenn, it's just Angel and the Flying Dutchman, but we do have company because we've welcomed into the studio the CCOs of Gastrobeats 2024, Chief Content Creators Aiken, Chia, and Nina Tan. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for coming in. Do you guys usually wake up this early? I'm afraid to ask.
Nina didn't even sleep, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What? Yeah.
Because you were afraid that you might not wake up? What
No,
was
I'm
it?
just naturally like that.
Insomniac?
Yes. Very much one.
Oh, my goodness. How do you function without sleep?
I honestly function better at night, like when everything is peaceful and quiet.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like my go-to working time.
That's when we wake up at 4. Everything's very peaceful and quiet at
Yes.
that time.
So everybody listening, if you need to get hold of Nina, 3 a.m.
Yes.
That's right.
It's a good time. Okay, guys, we're going to be talking about Gastrobeats, but before that, I've always wanted to ask influencers this. Tell us a little bit about that journey. What got you to where you are today? Let's start with Nina.
Oh, me.
What was your journey like?
Well, I guess my journey is more of like a stumble. Like I stumbled into social media before social media was even social media. And that was like more than 10 years ago already. And then eventually, I think as social media evolved in Singapore, then like I also try my best to evolve accordingly as well. It hasn't been the easiest journey, to be honest, but it has been a very fruitful one.
So when you say 10 years ago, was it Facebook or Instagram?
YouTube.
Oh, so you used YouTube first before using the rest?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
we started
that's
on
interesting.
YouTube.
Wow. And
Yeah.
what did you create at the start?
At the very start of it, it's like just skits.
Okay.
Like the listicle kind,
Yeah.
comedy, very
Okay.
localized stuff. Then
Alright.
eventually, we move on to more commercial stuff and also branch out to different pillars of the business. But that was a long time ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. That was a
Okay,
decade, long time.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
in
10
yourself,
years, wow.
Aiken?
Yeah, so I've been working as a host for, I think, over a decade now. So I think what's cool about content is now we get to own the platform. So previously I just host whatever content that people are writing and sort of producing for me, but now I get to do it all and on my own platform. So I think that's the really cool, fun part about being a content creator now is that autonomy. Like if I think of an idea, I can just execute it all
Right,
the way through.
right.
Yeah.
But do you also find the pressure of needing to create content? Because I create content, I'm nowhere close to where you guys are, but I always find it a little bit stressful when I feel the need to keep up with the posts. You know what I mean?
I see that with her. She's always trying to get a new post, better post, all the time. And to me, I know, I giggle at it, but it must be one hell of a headache.
I mean, it's not so much a headache. I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
But I just feel not so much the pressure, but just the need to post because
Totally.
that's what people want to see, right?
Totally. So I think for us, we're trying to always find a balance of what do we genuinely love doing so that it doesn't always feel like a chore. So I love food and travel. And I love Nina and I are great friends behind the camera. So when you combine all these elements, the job becomes a lot more fun, and you can do it for the long haul. Yeah.
Okay, sounds a little bit like us when we
Yeah.
work. It's not
Kinda,
work.
kinda,
It's
yeah.
not work at all.
That's nice.
Okay, let's go on the Big Show TV and continue this conversation with Aiken, Chia, and Nina Tan, Chief Content Officers for Gastrobeats, and find out a little bit more about how they're creating content for Gastrobeats. Join us, Kiss 92 FM.
Kiss 92. I listen all day.
Okay, so we're still on Facebook and YouTube. So tell us a little bit more about Gastrobeats and how did y'all become Chief Content Officers, not creators.
I love
even.
the title.
It's not like
say.
Triple
I know, it's
C.
very serious, right?
Yeah,
I think it's the most serious title I've had in my life.
Do you have like a name card and everything?
Yeah, they should have these digital name cards. or something.
Nina,
Tell us
how
a
did we stumble into this?
Wow, I think my first contact with Gastrobeats was actually last year.
Okay.
Prior to that, I've never heard of Gastrobeats, to be very honest. But I think my short working relationship with them last year, right, it was so pleasant. And I truly believe in building community myself. And they really stick to that as well. So that was really fun. And then when they asked to engage us for some stuff that's involving Gastrobeats this year, right, I knew I had to bring Aiken in on this.
Okay, so it's your first go.
It's my first go,
Okay.
and we love it because I think we now I don't know why we've become a bit older, so we
You
are
don't know why you've become older?
or we are regarded as older in the industry.
industry, yeah.
More mature. So we're also positioning ourselves where we give back. We want to teach a bit more, and I think what Gastrobeats is doing is super cool because they've got like 500,000 people who would come over for the event all month long. And with the success of last year, they really wanted to see, is there a way that we can give back to the community? So 2 ways they're doing that. One is with the giggers. So we've got 53A who are mentoring musicians, and they are playing, so they've got the platform to play their songs and shows on at Gastrobeats. And for us, we've got the social media aspect, so we're working with up and coming food creators to create content around food and around Gastrobeats.
So you're doing this there? I mean, you said you're creating content with the up and coming food creators?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been at it actually for 6 months now. So even
Yes.
before the event, we're
Right.
just meeting up with the upcoming content creators, just sharing about, the different skill sets, stuff like that, any questions they have. So sort of like a mentorship position.
Okay,
a
so I
nice
want to find
idea.
out, like, what makes good food content?
Yeah.
Because everybody takes photos of their food,
Exactly.
takes videos, right? Even before you eat, everyone's like, oh, phone out and everything.
important.
And then you see all these TikTok and
Yeah.
Instagram videos. This is how you really film a restaurant. It's not just go in and So how would you say for anyone traveling, because it's school holidays, people going down to Gastrobeats, what makes for good food content?
I think number one is you must be a foodie. There are unfortunately a bunch of content creators who you can sort of tell they're just doing food because they'll get some eyeballs, but they don't genuinely love or know about it.
Right.
So it should start from that output. Like, I love food. I love. If I'm not doing this, I would have been going to try new restaurants, new food anyway.
Yeah.
And I think the second one right now is, how do you distinct yourself beyond just like you said, there are 1,000 people posting their food, but how do you create a brand for yourself where when people can associate good food or good finds with you? And so we always tell the creators that, like, there's something you can do, and that's to put your face and your name on it, because there's nobody like you. Everyone else is posting it, but the moment you put your face, your point of view,
Your brand.
on it, so that sort of helps you be a little bit more distinct.
That's very
Yeah.
interesting because I've talked to a lot of young people, and a lot of them don't understand the concept of brand.
Yeah.
Personal
And
branding, yeah.
brand is not just you influencers. It's everybody. You are a brand, no matter what you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
everyone's
You need
selling something, right?
Yeah.
You need to understand that. That's what's going to make you successful.
Yeah. Nina, what do you think?
Well, I think I'm on the other side because I am not a foodie. Like, I'm totally not a foodie. But what I go for is always entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
For
so
me, like,
it's always ha-ha entertainment, or like, how do you make people laugh?
Yeah.
I think I just try my best because my branding has always been like the entertainer
Okay.
since the beginning of time. So I leverage on that
Yeah.
and like try to make my content as entertaining as possible if it's not informational,
Right.
Yeah, so there's always one pillar that I lean towards.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of, so Nina's the only person I know who does a food content in like a horror film inspired way.
Oh, really?
Because she's not nocturnal, right? She'll be
Okay.
getting a burger. One of her latest videos is she's getting a burger at like 3 a.m. And she makes it this whole horror episode. The lift is barely, the lights are flickering.
Oh my
She builds it
gosh.
all up for her to be getting supper at the burger store.
Wow. Okay.
But again, that's making it different. That's
Exactly.
putting your stamp on it.
Exactly.
Were you like this as a child, entertaining? I mean, like as children, what did you? Okay, not
Yeah.
that long ago, right? You guys were
Yeah,
kids.
exactly.
What did you
Uh-oh.
want to be if you weren't content creators? What do you think you would be today? I mean, everyone
an
wants to be a
interesting
content
question.
creator. Everyone wants to be a YouTuber, TikToker. But
Yeah.
if you weren't, if there was no social media, what do you think you would be doing professionally?
Wow, I think at this point,
Stand-up comedian? No.
I don't think I can do like stand-up comedy.
you don't think so? Right.
But I think that honestly, there's nothing other than content creation that I can think of because that
Okay.
is like something that is so close to heart. I get to do
Yeah.
whatever that I want, explore whatever that I
And
want.
you live it, breathe it, eat it every
Kind
day,
of,
right?
Yeah. So like it's very inspiring because continuously you always get inspired even by other people, even through our mentorship program.
Yeah.
We got inspired by the mentees themselves, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think content creation is something that's very evergreen for me,
Okay.
and that's something that I'll always keep close to my heart.
Okay,
so
fair
cute
enough.
listening to Nina. This has been the way since the beginning of, you know,
Your beginning of time is
your
very
beginning
different
of
from
time, huh? Mine was before time existed.
FD was like Adam and Eve time, you know?
We grew up listening to FD. It's so insane that we're sitting right in the same
Right,
room,
such an
right?
honor.
Yeah. When I started, people didn't have clothes, you know.
Oh,
we all just walk
wow.
around naked.
leaves.
Yeah.
No, you
We used
at least had
leaves.
leaves.
Yeah, we
You
had
had
leaves. Yeah.
leaves.
No, we listen to you and be like, okay, that's how you can sort of host and say it a certain way. Yeah, so you've shaped a lot of how we
True.
create content,
Wow.
right? No, for real, 100%. Not
Thank
just saying
you.
that
You
for
set
fun.
the precedence for us.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Because we
wow.
listen and then we would, as young kids, would just absorb everything. We'll say like, how do I say it in like a DJ voice or like
Right,
in a
right,
presenter way, right? Yeah. So it's shaped a lot of what we do now in front of the camera. Yeah.
That's so lovely.
I'll be transferring the money to you.
Just pay now his mobile number,
Yeah,
that's all. Okay, so let's speak a little bit more about is it called the GB-LETs or the GB-LETs?
Giblets.
Giblets. Okay, there
Giblets.
you
Yeah.
go. The GB-LETs Mentorship Program. You're speaking about sort of training, not wannabes, but people that want to join this sort of food industry, food content creation industry. So what do you teach them? I mean, besides the fact that you need to have the passion for it and all that,
Right,
some of
right.
them just want the numbers. Some of
Yeah.
them are just going in to become famous even
Yeah.
without liking
Yeah.
the food.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But what are your key messages to them?
Um,
You
we-
know,
yeah,
is it
we-
lighting? Is it food? Is it color? Is it like,
Absolutely.
you know, aesthetics?
Yeah. So all these technical things, branding, and even down to like, I think we've had like questions on legal before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it's all encompassing, right? Because it's content creation is such a new industry. So we've sort of had a lot of questions of like, okay, so when you're shooting the food with the lights, like, so lighting makes all the difference. Like you can never shoot food without the lights. And then how do you move it? How do you pan it? How do you find your distinct style? How do you incorporate like a food festival, like what we're doing, into a 1-minute video? You've got like 50
So
stores.
much happening, yeah.
Music. How do you put all of this into content while stamping your brand on it? And then of course what food we like lah, and then we'll argue about that.
This is the thing. You do content, and a lot of the content I see is I like.
Yeah.
That's
How do
right.
you deal with something that you don't like without risking your brand?
One of the mentees actually just asked me that.
Yeah.
So I think it's a fine balance if you can be authentic without being nasty, right? And so one of the techniques we use is just a feature. So I'm giving a feature without giving much of an opinion.
Ah.
Oh, this store is serving up this and this and this,
But
and you,
not how you like it or anything else.
That's
It's just
Yeah.
how it's served.
Yeah, and then if we really like it, you'll be able to tell because we'll definitely rave about
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah,
we won't
yeah.
just tell you what it serves. So the audience are quite discerning now. I think they're able to pick that up as well.
But what about those people that get paid, obviously, for
Yeah.
content creation to say that they like something even if they don't? Do you know what I mean? I mean, they're invited to a restaurant. They
Yeah.
say they've been paid, say, $1,000, go and review the food and all that, and they have to review the food. They can't go in and say, oh my God, they were so bland and, I really didn't like it.
Yeah,
Take your money
yeah.
back. You
Yeah.
can't do that,
can't do
right?
that, yeah.
But there are so many content creators like that as well.
I think if I can speak for Aiken and I, is that we usually will only take up clients
That
that
you
we
like.
believe in and that we've tried and we have tested before to like really give the best to the clients, to the audience, and to ourselves.
So
as
you don't
well.
have to say you don't like something
Yeah,
and be put
yeah.
in that position,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
I think our advice for the mentees who would ask us about that is that you can take the short, you can play the short game and take the money quickly, but it might hurt your branding in the long run.
Yep.
Yeah.
Selling out.
Selling out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are the highlights at Gastrobeats? Tell us.
Yeah.
I want to go and
What
I
makes
want to
it different from other food festivals?
Have you not been yet?
I went last
Oh
year.
no!
I haven't
Oh, you went
been.
last
You're
year?
missing out.
I may go next weekend. My way this weekend, but I may go next weekend.
Okay, nice. We've got so much food. That's number one. I think, and the cool thing is you get to see all this like local reiterations of like great food. So you've got a lot of just amazing businesses and food vendors that have all come around one place. Actually, the space is huge also. It's
Yeah.
pet friendly. So,
True.
and then we've got lots of music happening. We've got like, and people really party there. Like I
True.
thought people would be like more chill and
Yeah.
like,
What time does it go on till?
Till 10.
Until
10,
10. Okay.
10 or 11.
10 or
I think.
11.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
11,
Okay.
11 p.m. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Glenn was there last weekend singing as well.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Glenn
I'm-
sings?
Yes.
Yeah, Glenn likes to think he sings.
It was amazing. Glenn was there. He got up on stage
53A, I think.
and sang,
Yeah.
sang with 53A,
No way.
and nobody left.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
Nobody
What an
puked,
achievement.
nobody walked away.
That's-
Glenn will take any opportunity to grab the mic and sing.
And sing. Wow. Does he sing a lot on here?
Yes, he
He
does.
tries. He tries.
He tries to
We
sing
need
his
to
top
tune
sets
in.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so music, any sort of food you want to highlight?
Yeah.
At Gastrobeats, that things that people
Come
cannot
on,
miss.
put you on the spot.
This
One
is really hard.
each.
One or two, yeah,
One or
just
two
like
each.
anything that
I
comes
think
to
one
mind.
of the most famous stores right now is Jet Barbecue. They've
We met
actu-
the guy yesterday
yeah,
downstairs.
Yeah, did he tell you that he's brought in his
The
two-
submarine.
The submarine.
Yeah, is that what they call it?
He's
Yeah.
calling it. It's like this big red thing that they craned in, right?
Yeah, they
Yes.
crane the smoker in. I think it's 2
crazy.
tons or something.
Yeah.
So you can really see them go through that process, and to have that kind of sort of American barbecue is
Yeah.
quite different here. Nina, what's on the top of your mind for?
Wow.
So that's visually it's great, isn't it?
Yeah,
For content, it's
absolutely,
nice to see it
absolutely.
open, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think what is interesting about Jet is that because he don't have a physical store.
Oh yes,
So like he is physically there.
finally.
Finally, and you get to try the food. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, the queue is really long, and,
Yeah.
and he's only there over the weekends. But then it's totally worth it.
So he only has online presence, no physical
Oh,
store.
yeah, he doesn't
not-
have a-
oh wow,
Yeah.
okay, I
Yeah.
did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's. We're going back on air in 30 seconds, and then we can speak a little bit more about the mentorship program and your highlights for Gastrobeats.
Got it.
Yay.
That was Itzy with Untouchable on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. It's Angel and the Flying Dutchman, and we have Chief Content Officers of Gastrobeats 2024, Aiken, Chia, and Nina Tan in the studio with us.
Love those titles. Peter Wang came on our Facebook and said, Glenn sang Never Gonna Give You Up.
Oh my
Wow,
gosh, Rick Astley.
he has a
wow,
fan.
Wow, he has one fan, yes. This is the same guy that messages in, so.
Yeah. He might be on Glenn's payroll. We don't know.
Yeah,
We
Glenn's
don't know.
PA.
Yeah, Glenn's PA, yes, exactly. Okay, so you guys are the Chief Content Officers for Gastrobeats 2024, and there's this really interesting mentorship program called the GB-LETs Mentorship Programme. Nina, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay, so what we did was a 6 months program leading up to Gastrobeats, which is the main event. Is that what we do is that rather than mentoring them, like teaching them what to do, we polish them up. So we will teach them, for example, if they have any questions or if they are lost with their branding, they don't know how to start, they don't know how to do voiceover, for example. We are there beside them to help them with it. And I think one thing that I really love about this program is that it's such a community thing, because everybody come together with different expertise.
Yeah.
Like some of them speaks better, some of them do a lot of food content, some are already content creators themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, and a funny incident was that one of our mentees actually brought the husband and the friend down, and to like learn together. So like it really warms my heart that it's really a community rather than like teaching. It's not like a teaching program at all.
So how many people were part of
Yeah.
this program? Were there a lot or a few? Because that's the first time, is it?
Yeah, first time. So we've got 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 6 giblets who are up. Very cute, right? the
Yeah,
name?
it sounds
I like it.
So they are they are upcoming content creators, and so 6 of them, and then what? So essentially we eat a lot together, shoot a lot
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is connected to Gastrobeats. Is it going to continue to run after Gastrobeats?
I think we will have to see our performance review after that. We will have to talk to Gastrobeats.
Oh, you're saying our performance review. Yeah.
Now it's us, right?
Now it's us. Yeah. But I think it's definitely something Gastrobeats wants to do in the long run. So they are very
Yeah.
community driven. I think what they are doing with even the giggers. So we've got 53A mentoring a bunch of musicians who are then playing at Gastrobeats is super cool. So I think it's very nice to see sort of all of this come together and how they are giving back, because they really do have about like 500,000 people just coming for the event.
Yeah,
So it's just a great way to engage. Yeah.
I love how Gastrobeats is doing that. It's like they're allowing people who wouldn't normally have the opportunity to actually go on
Oh, yeah.
stage,
True.
create the content,
True.
and then have the event to go to
Yeah.
to do all that as well. Okay, very quickly, we're just about to wrap up, but a couple of stalls or places or bands or whatever to look out for at Gastrobeats this and next weekend.
I'm a big fan of Chicky Bihun.
Oh, Cheeky
Yeah, like they're everywhere in Singapore now, but they're there at Gastrobeats and they've got some like limited edition dishes as well. So
Why are they so cheeky though?
I have no idea. Very springy and cheeky.
Oh, it's springy as well.
Hello.
And,
I'm there this weekend.
I think for food recommendation, I think you'll just listen to Aiken because he's the foodie. But what I can tell you is that there's Uncle Ringo there as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you want to
Oh.
heal your inner child,
Yeah.
please go to
Oh,
Uncle
yeah.
Ringo. And also a lot of interactive booths around like Asahi, Coca-Cola, Schweppes, and Fuse Tea. So other than the food, right, there's so many things to do there. Yeah, and at the very same time, it's also pet friendly. So for everybody, family, friends, whoever, it's really for everybody in the community.
It's a
Yeah.
great day
Yeah.
out for the family,
Awesome.
right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much for being with us this morning. We've been speaking to Chief Content Officers of Gastrobeats 2024, which is happening this weekend and next weekend, right next to Marina Bay Sands, right, in that
Yes.
open car park area.
Yes.
And look out for Aiken, Chia, and Nina Tan because you might just see them at the event as well. Coming up, headline news and sports. This is Kiss 92.